Hi everyone, welcome to Data Appreciation with Shino, and we'll be doing a Coursera Skill Up EdTech Lab titled Building Hierarchies in Tableau. So what's required is Tableau desktop. Probably you have access to the public edition. We have the Tableau Public online platform where you have to create an account on Tableau Public. So this is 2026, and now you have access to Tableau Public, but the Pro version. So we have data sets which you're going to use to learn how to build hierarchies in Tableau. So I have downloaded the data sets to my own device. So first we're going to connect to our data sources. So let's connect. So this our first data which we're connecting to is an Excel file. So it's an Excel file, then later we'll connect to our CSV files, which are the ledger sales and World Indicators data. So to create a connection for the Excel file, we click on Microsoft Excel right here. So we go to where we have the file in our directory. So remember, the file we're looking for is the UFO sightings USA Canada. So our downloads folder, we have UFO sightings. Okay, here's the file. I'll click on open. So while we wait for Tableau to bring it in, so you can see file seems to have just one sheet. So let's see what they have here. Okay, so now they have 8 fields and 5,177 rows. So same thing with us. So we are good. We have the correct data set. So next thing we're going to do is we'll scroll across and select the shape column. You can see we have the shape column, and then we also have the summary column. We'll hover over the right side of the summary column until you see the double arrow, and we drag it to make it wider. So here we have the shape column, we have the summary column. Let's go this side a bit. So we want us to make the summary column wider so we can see the text. You know it's going to be in the title bar. That's where you can select it. So drag this to the right to make it wider. And try this. Not responding. It should respond. But I don't know why, but it should respond to. Let's check this. Okay, so it is responding. So we'll come back to that. Why it's not responding. So the next thing is in the gray bar, we should find number of rows, which we've looked at already. We've seen the fields and rows. So next, we'll click on the globe icon at the top of the latitude column. Note this is a number decimal value. So come to latitude, click on the globe icon. So you can see it's a number decimal. So we'll point to geographic row and note that this is a latitude row. So we'll go to select latitude row for it. So we'll go to geographic row. So already it's in the latitude row. So next, Go also to the longitude column. So let's go to the longitude column. So you can see longitude column now. So click on it. Should be on geographic role. I'm going to select longitude. You can see here, select longitude in geographic role list. So right now is having the hashed icon. So once we take it back to longitude, that's now become the globe icon. So next is we're going to close this, go back to our start page to work on the larger sales data set. So we go back to go to close. So creating a mark, we have this. So go and click on close. Let's just save this. So because I have a cloud account, Tableau Public account, so we tried to save that online. So let's just save it on our own device. We'll call it UFO sightings. Let's save it as a package workbook. So now we can close. I think it's trying to save online. So next we would go to our start page and pick text file because we have the next file as a CSV file. And the file we're going to pick is the larger sales data set. So let's go and pick the larger sales data set. L for larger sales. So I have it. It seems okay. Yes, it's larger sales data set. So our data set is in. Then we'll scroll across to the right view to view all tile column names. So in the gray bar, we have to see 10 fields and 10,000 rows. So you can see it here. It's 10 fields and 10,000 rows. What's this? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10 fields. Next, we pick the calendar icon at the top, order date, and note that is a date value. Click on this date value, so it's correct. So this is just a bit of data modeling to show what we have. So let's save this as larger sales data set. We may need it later, so let's just save it. Okay, so save it as workbook. So the next thing to do is to go to our start page and use our world indicators data. It's a text file. So go to look for our world indicators data. Okay, so this is it, our world indicators data. So our world indicators data is in. So we'll click on sheet 1 at the bottom. In the data pane, we drag country region into region, and we give it a name as geographic drill down. Let's go to sheet 1. Drag this over this. So these are here, first hierarchy tags. So click on OK. You can see it here. So the next thing, just like we did earlier, we click the arrow to expand the geographic drill down hierarchy. Now we want to build a basic bar chart. That's a bar chart visualization that uses the new hierarchy we just created. So drag region to column and health percentage GDP measure to rows. So the next thing we're going to do is right click on the sum for health expenses percentage GDP. I'll take it to measure. I'll select average. It's presently on some aggregation. Then we change it to measure average. Now I have it as average. The next, we'll double click on the sheet 1, the bottom, and we rename it as bar chart. So this is our title we're changing to bar chart. We change it here. It's just to show here, but we change it here. It doesn't get to show here. Let's just change this. You can see that reflected here. So the next thing we're going to do is click the region tool to expand the drill down to display the countries in each region. So click on this view. So we're clicking on the positive sign beside it. I have more countries per region displayed. So once we click on the region view to collapse the drill down to display only regions again, now we'll build a map visualization on a new worksheet. So the new worksheet, drag region dimension to rows. Next, we drag longitude for generated measure to columns and drag the latitude generated measure to rows. So let's go start with this. let's go to new worksheet. Region right here, rows, and then we have longitude generated measure to columns. So here we have latitude generated, longitude generated. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the longitude generated to columns, and then we have, so we can see two separate segments on our canvas. Then we drag latitude generated. So now we have Africa, Asia, Europe, Middle East, Oceania, and the Americas. So we have one, two, three, four, five, six rows. So the next thing we'll do is to drag the country region dimension on detail on the max card. Here it is, detail on the max card. You can see it out. So we're going to drag GTB measure on the color section on the max card. This is our GDP. Color. We have almost gotten to the end of building our hierarchies. So let's see what we can do. So the next thing, we drag the measure onto the color section. That GDP measure onto the color section on the map. GTP. So we should have GDP alone onto color. So I don't know why that didn't work. So okay. To have a challenge. Drag the GDP measure onto the color section of the max card. I already have this. Okay, so it is in. So I think what must have happened is in. I didn't seem to have noticed it. So we'll now enhance our map visualization with the tooltip that uses a drill down. So enhancing the map with a tooltip. So we drag internet usage measure to the tooltip section of the max card. Yes, sorry about that. So internet usage we drag to tooltip section of the max cards. The next thing I'm going to do is to what I will do next is to go into a new worksheet and rename it to map visualization. So let's go to new worksheet. map visualization, which will also rename the title of the visualization, which I said earlier. When you change it down here, it also changes at the top here. So we'll hover over China in Asia and then over Russia in Europe to view their respective GDP and internet usage. Click on the positive sign on the region to expand it. Let's name the mobilization. We'll head over China in the Asia map. China. So you can see China. Then Russia in the Europe map. Russia in that European region. So what we're to do is to view their GDP and internet usage information. So you can see the GDP and the internet usage information. So we'll click the positive sign on region to expand it, and you hover over the first map. I'm just getting that this was supposed to be the name of this. Okay. So we'll also rename the title of the visualization. Then we hover over time, which we've done this too. Over. So click positive sign on the region till to expand it, and hover the map and click on the positive sign to zoom in once. So click on this, expanded it now to country, and we'll head over to the first map and click the positive symbol on the map to zoom in once. This is the map tools. So we know what to do here. The next thing I'm going to do is we hover over Algeria in the first map and hover over Angola in the second map. So we've done. Let's over Algeria, the first map on Angola. This is Algeria in Africa, Angola. This is Angola in Africa. We go to the main menu and we save the public stuff, but since I still have a bit of things to work on here on this, we'll just come to file, save as. File title for this is let's just see if the name, since I can find the name title. So we'll call the name Hierarchies. I think so. So this was ordered by Steve Ryan and come to the end of Hierarchies in Tableau. Thank you very much. See you